Tobago celebrates 250 years of the Main Ridge Forest Reserve. Ferry service updates boarding rules starting May 1st, and land access to revive Tobago's breadbasket status. Good evening, I am Renessa Ortiz, and you're locked into Tobago Updates television news for Tuesday, 28th April 2026. Now to our top story. It is the oldest legally protected forest in the Western Hemisphere, and today its survival is being hailed as a global miracle. As Tobago kicks off the Main Ridge 250 celebrations, local students are taking a trip back to 1776 to remind us why this green engine must never stop running. AMPLIA Balgobin has the story.
2.5 centuries ago, the world looked at forests as timber, but in 1776, Tobago looked at the Main Ridge and saw life. Speaking at the opening ceremony of the commemorative week, Secretary of Environment, Climate Resilience and Energy, Darren Henry, reminded us that the decision to save this island wasn't just about trees, it was about survival.
250 years ago, in 1776, a decision was taken that would shape Tobago's future and leave a mark on the global environmental history. The Main Ridge was set aside for conservation, not for exploitation, but for protection, with the understanding that the health of the land, the rainfall, and the people were all dependent on it. Today, thankfully, the same forest still stands as the green backbone of this island.
History came alive as high school students from across the island staged a powerful reenactment of the 1776 debate. They didn't just recite dates, they broke down the science of why the ridge is essentially a massive biological machine.
He measured the daily transpiration of a single large plant precisely. The figures were remarkable. A single sunflower in one day releases the water equivalent to more than a pint. Scale that to a large tree, and a large tree releases hundreds of gallons of water vapor into the atmosphere every day. Scale that to a mountain range covered in forest, and you begin to understand what the Main Ridge of Tobago is doing. It is an engine.
But the reenactment carried a darker warning. The students painted a vivid, haunting picture of what happens when the higher ground is cleared, a reality many islands face today, but one Tobago has narrowly avoided for 250 years.
I have seen with my own eyes what happens to islands where the hillside forests have been removed. I have seen springs that once ran year-round reduced to mud in the dry months. I have seen topsoil that took centuries to form, washed into the sea in a single storm. I have seen prosperous estates rendered unproductive within 20 years of clearing the high ground.
As the 250th anniversary celebrations continue through April 30th, the message from Tobago's youth is clear. The green backbone of the island is a legacy they intend to protect for the next 2 centuries. I am AMPLIA Balgobin, reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
New rules are coming to the inter-island ferry service this Friday. Starting May 1st, travelers will see changes at the Port of Spain and Scarborough terminals. Staff will now scan boarding passes twice using handheld devices. The first scan happens when you enter the secure departure lounge. You will be scanned again right before you step onto the vessel. Port officials say these steps will create a smoother flow for everyone. They want to speed up the boarding process and improve passenger tracking. If you have questions, look for customer service reps in the terminals. They will be stationed at both ports to help you through the new steps. You can find more details on the ferry service website at ttitferry.com and make plans to arrive early this weekend to get used to the new routine. Tobago's legacy as the breadbasket of the region is under the microscope as stakeholders within the agricultural sector intensify calls for land reform. Despite fertile soil and a willing workforce, local advocates say the island's potential is being stifled by a lack of land distribution. AMPLIA Balgobin has the details.
For decades, the dream of a self-sufficient Tobago has been rooted in its rich volcanic soil. But while the desire to feed the nation is high, the reality on the ground tells a different story. Crystal Phillips, owner of Your Equipment Supplies and a vocal agricultural advocate, believes the island has everything it needs to reclaim its title, except for the bridge between the people and the soil.
Tobago has land and willing, hardworking people with good soil. Why can't we get back to the place? What keeping us from getting back to the place? Right? Because we are Caribbean people. We like eating a particular type of thing. We love big ground provision. We love certain produce. And it grows good in Tobago. Like, most of my provision comes from Tobago. Whenever I go to Tobago, I stop by a market, I buy what I need to buy, and I bring it.
But that good soil isn't being utilized to its full capacity. According to Roland Murray, program coordinator at the Division of Public Infrastructure and Transportation, the current output from local farmers is alarmingly low. Murray, who walks the talk as a farmer himself, points the finger directly at the bottleneck in land distribution, which he says is paralyzing the industry's growth.
To be frank, the production with the farmers especially is very low in Tobago. We need more farmers, and we need potential farmers. We need land to be distributed. And I believe this is one of the things that kind of holding down farming in Tobago. No land is not being distributed to farmers, so to potential farmers, young people who are willing to do farming, so they could develop themselves and, make Tobago the food basket again.
The struggle is perhaps felt most acutely by younger generation of agripreneurs. For Anelia Davis, owner of Anelia's Healthy Living, the quest for suitable land has been an uphill battle. She argues that the current bureaucracy is forcing local business owners to look toward Trinidad for produce that should be grown right here at home.
I believe young people should be able to access lands, and it should not be a difficult process like that to access lands, because it's been a tiresome process with me trying to access land to do my own thing, because the land where I'm at, my father's land, the provision don't go properly there. So the type of land I require for that, I can't be able to plant there. So I applied, was not successful. So that's why we have to now bring things across from Trinidad.
As the cost of living rises and food security becomes a national priority, the message from these stakeholders is clear. To feed a nation, you must first empower the farmers. Without a streamlined process for land access, Tobago's potential remains buried in the very earth it seeks to cultivate. I am AMPLIA Balgobin, reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
Up next, Dr. Denise Tusorifat Angus criticizes the THA over public safety and legislative delays.
Are you ready, Tobago, for the BHS Centennial Raffle Live Draw? 10 amazing prizes, one unforgettable evening. Join us this Thursday, April 30th at 5 p.m. live on the Rotunda at the Esplanade in Tobago. Catch the action live on Tobago Updates wherever you are. Who will take home the grand prize? It could be you.
Looking for office attire or worship apparel, then come to Tia's Classic Closet. Shopping for casual clothing or just want to dress down. Big discount, so it's you on clothing and comfortable shoes. Get some wonderful accessories to match your attire. Come to Tia's Classic Closet at 39 Montgomery Road. Opening hours daily from 9:30 to 5:30. For more information, call 710-168-99999.
Donc la famille taking long to play the card. Come on, tell you. I'm all in time, so good, but look at it. Yo, what school you went by?
Diane Bishops, by
Bishops?
Yeah, we need the baddest that's come out of Bishops, sir.
The baddest?
But telling her,
we need the baddest. Why one night and night, and I is the baddest.
My Bishop is the best.
Yo, what's going on with Tola? What's going on? It's only one way to settle this. We'll be live on Youth Voice TV, where I, your host, Multibass, will be hosting the Rep Your School DJ competition, where DJs will go head-to-head in a crazy battle to secure the title. We have cash prizes of $10,000 to come out and win, and a lot of amazing prizes. Guys, what are you waiting for? Let me come out, come and showcase your skills. Come, let me do some juggling.
So guys, there are 2 categories for DJs that are out of school up to 35 years. And for the DJs that are currently in school, it must be up to 19 years of age. So guys, get ready. It's all about rep your school. It's all about the DJ competition.
Who will bring the best vibes? Who can control the crowd? And who will earn the bragging rights? You get a chance to be a part and witness the rise of the new DJ generation. So this is Youth Voice, Rep Your School DJ, live on Tobago Updates. Stay tuned.
Youth Voice, rep your school DJ competition. Rep your school.
Thank you for staying with us. Questions are being raised regarding the Tobago House of Assembly's responsibility in maintaining public safety and legislative progress. Dr. Denise Soyafat Angus is weighing in, arguing that while the Assembly does not enforce the law, it has a fundamental duty to manage the risks and systems that protect the people of Tobago. Here are the details.
The distinction between law enforcement and governance is at the heart of a growing debate over island security. Dr. Denise Soyafat Angus notes that while the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service handles criminal law, the THA remains responsible for the safety of public spaces and the coordination of agencies to prevent foreseeable danger.
No government is the direct enforcer of the criminal law. That is the responsibility of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. But that does not absolve the Tobago House of Assembly from its responsibility to govern public spaces, manage risk, coordinate agencies, install proper safety systems, and prevent foreseeable danger. The issue is not whether the THA is the police. The issue is whether the THA has failed to govern.
The efficiency of the existing security frameworks is also under the microscope. Angus pointed to previous arrangements that were meant to unite the Chief Secretary, TIMA, and the TTPS under a single function structure. With recent maritime safety threats and sinking vessels, she questions whether these committees are actually meeting.
Tobago was previously told of a security arrangement bringing the Chief Secretary, the TTPS, TIMA, and other agencies around the table. If such a structure existed, the public deserves to know whether it is functional, whether when it last met, and why was it not used to address a known and repeated marine safety threat. I mean, we had 2 boats that also sank. So whatever happened to this Tobago Police Committee?
In addition to operational concerns, the legislative timeline for Tobago's safety remains a point of contention. She highlighted a bill passed locally in 2020 that has yet to see significant movement toward the national parliament, calling out both the current THA administration and the central government for lack of urgency.
That bill was actually passed in the Tobago legislature in 2020. Okay, and the Chief Secretary was one of those around the table who put up his hand and voted for the bill to go down. Yet for the past 4 years, we did not hear a peep or any type of sustained campaign from the THA demanding that it be brought to Parliament with urgency. So both the TPP-led THA and the PNM must answer for that failure.
As safety concerns persist, the demand for transparency regarding Tobago security committees and legislative priorities continues to intensify. I am AMPLIA Balgobin, reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
Today, nurses across the country began a major industrial action called Total Patient Care. The Trinidad and Tobago Registered Nurses Association is now strictly enforcing a 1:6 nurse-to-patient ratio. Union leaders say this move protects both staff and patients from unsafe conditions. The association is also threatening to publicly name and shame health officials who ignore these safety standards. However, Health Secretary Dr. Faith Brebner says Tobago's healthcare system remains steady. She notes that local ratios already range between 1:5 and 1:7 patients per nurse. The Secretary assures the public that services on the island are not currently affected by the union's directive. However, contingency plans are in place to ensure patient care continues without interruption. Local health officials say they are monitoring the situation closely as the national action unfolds. The Tobago Division of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service is sharpening its skills. Officers are currently completing a wide range of intense training exercises. These programs focus on better service and stronger crime-fighting tactics. Police recently practiced vehicle stop and search procedures and firearms competency. They also refined their use of force and customer service skills. On the road, officers are mastering defensive driving and motorcycle escort duties. The training now moves into the legal arena. Officers are learning more about court processes and prosecution. This ensures that when arrests are made, cases are strong enough to stand up in court. The TTPS says this is a long-term investment in accountability. The goal is to create a more professional force for the people of Tobago. These new skills will help officers respond faster and more effectively to crime. The news will continue in a moment, but why wait? You can follow every story, every update, all the time. Join the conversation and find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Tobago Updates. Don't miss a beat, we'll be right back.
Baby, when you whine on me, somebody gets the phone, on the telephone. I get wet. I get wet. I'm looking all through the party. I hope I find you there.
Are you ready, Tobago, for the BHS Centennial Raffle Live Draw? 10 amazing prizes, one unforgettable evening. Join us this Thursday, April 30th at 5 p.m. live on the Rotunda at the Esplanade in Tobago. Catch the action live on Tobago Updates wherever you are. Who will take home the grand prize? It could be you.
Sofa Factory is here in Tobago. Conveniently located Montessori Drive, Glen Road, Scarborough. Up to 20% off on select sofas for customization. Deals on some sofas from as low as $4,000 until stocks last. 10% off on all wardrobes. Half off on shower heads with the purchase of a vanity set. Come in and experience the new way to shop for furniture and see the quality in person.
Looking for office attire or worship apparel, then come to Tia's Classic Closet. Shopping for casual clothing or just want to dress down. Big discount, so it's you on clothing and comfortable shoes. Get some wonderful accessories to match your attire. Come to Tia's Classic Closet at 39 Montgomery Road. Opening hours daily from 9:30 to 5:30. For more information, call 710-168-999999.
Welcome back. The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service is entering a new era of high-tech law enforcement. On Monday, the TTPS officially launched its Active Directive Patrol initiative, signaling a major shift toward data-driven crime fighting. 51 new vehicles have officially joined the fleet, but it is the 26 electric units that are stealing the headlines. This pilot project marks a historic milestone, making the TTPS the first police department in the Caribbean and Latin America to integrate electric vehicles into a patrol regime. Beyond the hardware, the heart of this strategy lies within the National Operations Fusion Center. This central command hub utilizes advanced facial and vehicle recognition, CCTV surveillance, and real-time GPS monitoring. Former Acting Commissioner McDonald Jacob noted that every vehicle in the service can now be tracked and directed with surgical precision. Commissioner Alistair Guerrero emphasized that this isn't just theory. It's a practical application designed to put boots on the ground exactly where the data says they are needed most. While Minister of Homeland Security Roger Alexander hailed the move as a long overdue progress, questions remain regarding the distribution of these new resources. It currently remains unconfirmed whether any vehicles from this specific new fleet will be allocated to Tobago. Tobago is taking center stage in Belize this week. Tourism Secretary Zarisha Hackett is currently leading a national delegation at the Caribbean Tourism Organization's Sustainable Tourism Conference with the theme Tourism in Full Color. The focus is on merging culture and conservation into a single economic engine. Joel Green-George reports.
The San Pedro sun is shining on Caribbean leaders today as they tackle the future of regional travel. Leading the charge for Trinidad and Tobago is Secretary Zarisha Hackett. She isn't just representing the island. She's carrying a proxy for National Tourism Minister Satya Kama Maraj. The goal? Moving away from business as usual to embrace the orange economy, a term for the creative and cultural industries that define the region.
So we used to be the Division of Tourism, Antiquities, Culture, and Transportation. And so we rearranged and upgraded because we understood the importance of the orange economy to our tourism product.
That rearrangement isn't just on paper. It's part of a broader strategy to protect natural assets while driving revenue. Recent data from the World Travel and Tourism Council shows Caribbean tourism is growing faster than the global average. But that growth requires protection. For Tobago, that means legislative teeth.
So just last week, we celebrated new legislation to protect our Buku Reef Marine Park. I don't know if you're also aware of a tragedy that occurred there about 2 weeks or so ago with a jet ski, and the fact that we did not have the legislation to protect the marine park space.
The Secretary also used the regional platform to highlight a major milestone. This Thursday marks 250 years since the Main Ridge Forest Reserve was legally protected in 1776, the oldest of its kind in the Western Hemisphere. Secretary Hackett argues that this heritage combined with creative talent makes the region a global powerhouse.
Once we put these assets together, we're definitely a force to be reckoned with. So yes, in Trinidad and Tobago, we've been celebrating our intentional approach to tourism.
As the conference continues through April 30th, the focus remains on ensuring tourism benefits local communities directly, rather than just international hotel chains. Joel Green-George, Tobago Updates Television News.
The weather report when we return.
Nice.
If I have to call a supervisor one more time to sign off on a customer because their financials are in a mess, I will scream.
Don't scream in a bank. That have lockup in it.
It's either they're not registered properly, or you know what? We could just forget about annual returns, right?
Compliance is a bad word to most of them. Haul your compliance out of here. But let me eat.
What is wrong with Trinbagonians? I mean, it has so much help they could get out there.
Well, you know, Trinis, we don't like to spend we money.
But you know what? Be comfortable with losing we money. That make it any financial
What people should do is call Anderson in Trinidad and Tobago.
Wait, what? Anderson in Trinidad and Tobago?
Anderson in Trinidad and Tobago Tax and Accounting Services. Yeah, they offer helping from registering your business to filing your tax. My lunch is over. Oh!
Wait, tell me more.
No, go and scream in the bank. You go and scream in the bank.
No, Don, I don't get one sooner.
Looking for office attire or worship apparel, then come to Tia's Classic Closet. Shopping for casual clothing or just want to dress down. Big discount, so it's you on clothing and comfortable shoes. Get some wonderful accessories to match your attire. Come to Tia's Classic Closet at 39 Montgomery Road. Opening hours daily from 9:30 to 5:30. For more information, call 710-168-99999.
Baby, when you whine on me. Somebody get the phone, go to the telephone. I get wet. I get wet. I get wet. I'm looking all through the party. I hope I find you there.
Are you ready, Tobago, for the BHS Centennial Raffle Live Draw? 10 amazing prizes, one unforgettable evening. Join us this Thursday, April 30th at 5 p.m. live on the Rotunda at the Esplanade in Tobago. Catch the action live on Tobago Update wherever you are. Who will take home the grand prize? It could be you.
Welcome back. Now for a look at the weather update from the TNT Met office. Tonight will be generally fair with the chance of brief isolated showers. The minimum temperature is forecast to be around 23 degrees Celsius at Piaco and 25 degrees Celsius at Crown Point. Tomorrow will be generally hot and sunny. The odd partly cloudy spell and brief isolated showers are possible, especially near hilly areas. Nighttime will be mostly fair and cool. The maximum temperature tomorrow is expected to reach around 33 degrees Celsius at Piaco and 31 degrees Celsius at Crown Point. Seas will be moderate with waves near 1.5 meters in open waters and below 1 meter in sheltered areas, though conditions may become choppy near showers. Sunrise tomorrow will be at 5:48 and sunset at 6:18. And that's all the time we have for tonight's Tobago Updates news. Have a great night and let's recap the headlines. Tobago celebrates 250 years of the Main Ridge Forest Reserve. Ferry service updates boarding rules starting May 1st. And land access to revive Tobago's breadbasket status.